Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to create a portfolio website using HTML and CSS. So let's go ahead and get started. And as you can see over here, I already have a demo of what our website will look like at the end of this project. And our website is going to have this navbar over here, and at the left side of our navbar we're going to have the links and the logo, and at the right side we're going to have this button, and the button's text is going to be say hi. It's actually a contact button. And in the hero section we're going to have our header text, which is going to say hello, I'm Devco, a web developer. And we're also going to have the description text, which is a dummy text. And here we're going to have the higher button, and at the right side of our hero section we're going to have the portfolio image. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we are going to be making use of Fonts Awesome, and we can get that by searching for CDNGS on our browser. And when you open the website, search for Fonts Awesome on the search bar. This is it right here. Click on this link to copy the CDN and paste it right here in your head tag. Inside here, your head tag, don't forget to create your link for CSS, styles.css. And also we are going to be using font family from Google Fonts. Search for Google Fonts on your browser, and when you get to the website, search for just right here on the search bar. Click on this and click on get fonts. Then next you're going to click on get embed code. Right here you're going to find this check here that says import. Click on it and copy this CDN. Then paste this CDN in your styles.css just here. We're going to use that later as our font family. Then next we're going to create our navbar. That is the first section. Create a section tag, and it's going to have a class. The class here is going to be navbar container. Then next we're going to have our navbar right in here. It's going to be a nav tag, and it's going to have a class. The class here is going to be navbar. We're going to have two classes. The first one is going to be navbar, and the second one is going to be container. Then in here we're going to have a span tag, which is going to have a class. The class here is going to be logo. This is going to be logo links container. Then in here we're going to have our span. Not our span, we need an anchor tag for the logo, and the logo is going to have a h1 tag right inside it. Then it's going to have a class also. The class is going to be logo. Then the text in here is going to be my channel's name, which is Devco. Then after that we're going to create our links container, which is the container that holds the links at the left side of our website. This links right here. And to create the links we need another list tag, which is a URL tag, and in here we're going to have a class. The class is going to be links container. Then for the links we need list tag and an anchor tag. We're going to create a list tag and an anchor tag right inside it. Then we're going to type in our link name inside here. The first link was home, so we can just copy and paste this 3 more times to achieve the number of links we want. The second one was about. This is going to be about, and the next one is going to be projects. The next we're going to have services, which is the last link, services. And after that we're going to create our button, the button right here, the say hi button. And in order to create the button we just need to get outside the URL tag and create another span. Actually we are going to get outside the span tag, not the URL tag. And outside here we need to give this span a class. The class here is going to be nav btn container. Then in here we're going to have our button, and this button right here is going to be our say hi button. Actually we're going to have two buttons. If you notice, our website is responsive, which means that on the smaller screens the links will disappear and a link will appear here to toggle the links in a navbar style or a sidebar style. But we're not going to be doing that since we're only building this website with HTML and CSS. And in order to do that we need JavaScript, which we won't be using in this project. So next we're going to create our class here, which is contact btn. and the name in here is going to be say hi. Say hi. And next we need our second button, which is the toggle button. The second button class is going to be toggle btn, and in here we're going to have our icon. Now we're going to be using the icon we just imported before, and to use the icon we need an I tag, which is going to have a class, and the class here is going to be fa-solid fa-vars. And now let's see what the icon looks like. This is the icon right here. It's beginning to look nice. Then after that, we're going to create our hero section. We're now done with the navbar. And to create the hero section, we need another section tag, and this section tag is going to have a class, and the class here is going to be section 1. Then next we're going to have a div right in here, and this div is going to have a class. The class here is going to be about and container to make it responsive. Those are two separate classes. Let's mix it up. Next we're going to have a span, and the class here in our span is going to be description container. And inside our span we're going to have a h1 tag, which is going to have a class. The class here is going to be header text, and for the header text we're going to have hello, I'm this is going to be I'm dev call a web developer. Then after that we're going to have our dummy text. You can generate yours by typing in any amount of dummy text you want. After typing in lorem or whatever the number is, you can just type in lorem 30 if you need 30 words, or you can type in any amount, maybe lorem 10, lorem 20, or whatever. But I'm just going to copy and paste mine in order for it to be accurate. So I'm just going to paste this in right here. Then I'm going to give it a class, and our class here is going to be description text. Let's use text instead of container. Then after that we're going to create our button, which is the higher button right down there, and it's going to be after our dummy text. Create a button tag, and this button tag is going to have a class. The class here is going to be hire btn. Then in here we're going to have our text that says hire me. Next we're going to create our image, the image at the right side of our row section. And in order to create the image, we need to get outside the span and create another span. The span is going to have a class, which is going to be image container. Then in here we're going to have our image. The image here is going to have, we don't need a class for the image. What we need for now is the image itself. So I'm just going to use this image right here. You can use any image at all. Then let's give it a class. We actually need a class for the image. The class here is going to be user image. Then after that, let's see what we have right here. This is looking nice, but we now need to add CSS to make it look much more better, and just like what we have right here. So let's head over to CSS and add some styles to our code. So the first thing we are going to do here is to define our variable colors that we're going to be using. So we're going to type in root, and we're going to have our first variable, which is the main color. And the main color here is going to be hash f3088d. That's our pink color. And the second color is going to be second variable, not color. Second variable is going to be our purple color. What we're going to call it hover color. Let's call this hover color. And in here we're going to have our color. It's going to be hash 6f10cf. That's our purple color. Then next we're going to have an asterisk here to remove every padding and margin from our website. So here we're going to set padding to 0 and margin to 0. Then after that we're going to style our body tag, and in the body tag we're going to add our font family right here. The font family here is going to be just and sans serif as our backup font. So we're going to have just, then we're going to have sans serif. And after that we're going to set background to linear gradient. This is the linear gradients are the two colors we have right here. As you can notice, we have a purple color here, and at the bottom we have a pink color. In order to achieve that, we need to use linear gradients, and we're going to set it to 350 degrees. This is going to be 350 degrees. And next we're going to have our variable color. The first color is going to be our main color, and next our second color is going to be, let's say, so this is not going to be a variable color, but that's going to use another color. This is going to be hash F9, sorry, not F9, 594 BF3, and that is the color we want. Now let's see what our background looks like. As you can see, our background is beginning to look nice. Then after that, we're going to set background repeats to no repeats to make sure we have only one background in the website. And after that, we're going to style our container. If you notice, this container is the class we'll be creating all this while in HTML. This container right here, and also we have container up here. And the container there is the style that we use to add some space at the sides of our divs and the navbar. If you notice the space right here, that is the job of the container. So in here for the container, we're going to add padding, and padding here is going to be 22px and 10px. Then after that, we're going to set margin to auto, and we're going to set max width to 1300px. Now let's see what that looks like. As you can see, our space is right there, but if we remove this, everything sticks to the side of our website, and that is not what we want. So let's uncomment this. Next, we're going to target our navbar container itself, and in here we're going to have display, and it's going to be flex. Then next, we're going to have align items. Our align items here is going to be center. After that, we need width, and our width here is going to be 100%. The next, we're going to set position to sticky. We need position sticky in order to make our website stick to the top no matter where we scroll to. If you notice, as we are scrolling, our website is still at the top of, our navbar is still at the top of our website. And in order to achieve that, we need position sticky, and top is going to be 0. Then after that, we need to set the background of our navbar to black, and the index here is going to be 100 to make sure it stays at top of every other element in our website. Then next, we're going to set backdrop. We don't need this, it's for blur, but we don't need blur for the navbar. We just need the color and the padding. As you can see, we already have our padding right here in the navbar, but it's not showing yet because we've not spaced everything out. And in order to space everything out, we need to target the navbar itself. So just down here, always type in our navbar. I'm going to have the navbar class right here, and in the navbar we need display flex, and next we're going to need justify content. It's going to be space between, and after that we need align items, and it's going to be center. The next, we need width for the navbar, and the width here is going to be 100%. And let's see what our navbar looks like. As you can see, everything is now spaced out, and our space is right there. Then after that, we're going to target the logo links container directly. To target the logo links container, we need to type in logo links container, and in here we're going to have display flex, and we're also going to have align items. It's going to be center. Then we need gap, and the gap here is going to be 15px. Now let's see what that looks like. As you can see, that's our gap right there, and this is the display flex that sets them side by side. And next, we're going to target the links container. The links container is the container that holds this link right here. We need to also set them side by side and put some gap in between them. To do that, we need to target the links container, and in the links container we need display flex, and we also need align items. It's going to be center. Align items is going to be center. Let's bring this up here. Then next, we're going to have gap here. We need gap, and our gap is going to be 15px. And after that, we're going to target our li and a. Our li tag and a tag is the container that holds this text right here. And to target them, we can just grab this class and put li and a right in front of them, just like this. And for our list tag and anchor tag, we need list style type, which is going to be none, and text decoration is also going to be none. That is to remove the list style type and the text decoration. Those are the underline you were seeing before. If you notice, there was an underline in our text before. That is it right there. But when we set this to none, our underline there is gone. That is just what we want. Next, we're going to target now the nav btn container, which is the container that holds the contact button. We need display flex right in here, and next we're going to need align items. It's going to be center, and after that we need gap, and the gap here is going to be 15px. After our navbar links container, we're going to target the contact button. Sorry, not navbar links, the navbar button container. We're going to target the contact button, and for the contact button we need to change the background, and the background is going to be main color. Then after that we're going to change the color and change the color to white. Let's use hash fff, that's white. And next we're going to set padding for our button, and the padding here is going to be 13px and 20px. And after that we're going to set border to none to remove border from our button, and after that we're going to set the width of our button to 120px. We also need font size to increase the text. Font size is going to be 14px, and font weight is going to be bold to make our text look thicker. And next we need text align here, center, to bring the text of our button to the center of the button. Next we need border radius to make it look curvy, and border radius here is going to be 30px. And after that we need to set cursor to pointer, and we also need transition for the hover effect. This is going to be transition, and the transition here is going to be 0.3 seconds, ease in out. And now let's see what our button looks like. This is our button right here. Let's go ahead and add the hover effect. For the hover effect to our button, we're just going to type in the contact button, and we're going to put the hover right in front of it. For the hover effect, we just want to change the background to hover color, and let's see what it looks like. As you can see, that looks nice. So now we're going to style our toggle button. As you can see, this is the toggle button right here. It doesn't look nice for now, so let's just target the toggle. This is going to be toggle btn. So for toggle button, we need background none to remove the white background in the button, and we also need border none. And after that, we're going to set font size to 25px to increase the size of the icon. And next we're going to set cursor to pointer, and after that we're going to set color to white. Next we need to add display none to remove it. If you notice, our button, which is the toggle button, is not visible on this big screen. It's only visible when we get to the smaller screen, and in order to achieve that, we need to remove the button for now by adding display none. And next we're going to target our navbar anchor tag. If you notice, the color does not look nice for now. It's a purple color, and that is not what we want. So we're just going to target the color, sorry, the anchor tag. We're going to set text decoration here to none, and next we're going to set the color to white. Next we're going to have margin, and our margin here is going to be 0.15px. And after that we need font weight. This is going to be font weight, not font size. The font weight here is going to be bold, and transition here for the hover effect is going to be 0.3 seconds ease. Now let's see what our button looks like. Sorry, our links. This is our links. They are now looking nice. So next we're going to go ahead and add the hover effect to our button. So for the hover effect, we're going to target the button once more, not the button, the link, and add hover right in front of it, and change the color. This is the hover effect we need. We also need to change the color to main color, and that should do it. As you can see, the color now changes whenever we hover on the links. So next we're going to style the logo. It doesn't look like what we have right here yet. So for the logo, we just need to type in the class, and we're going to change the font size to 1.5 rem to make our logo a little bit bigger. This is going to be 1.5 rem. And next, we need to set letter spacing to add some spacing between the words. Letter spacing here is going to be 3 points in between the alphabet, not the words. This is going to be 3 px. Now let's see what our text look like. It now looks nice. So next, we're going to set color to main color, and that should do it for our logo. As you can see, it now looks much more nicer. So after our logo, we are going to be styling section 1, which is the hero section right here. So let's just type in the class. This is going to be section 1, and for section 1 we need display flex, and after that we are going to need align items. What this two class does is to set our items side by side. If you notice, they were not like that before. It seems there is a problem right here. Okay, we are not targeting the about class yet. What we're targeting is section 1, so let's go ahead and continue. Next, we're going to set height to 90 VH, and next we're going to set width to 100%. After that, we need to set justify content to space between, and next we're going to target our about directly to make it look just like what we want. So just type in about right here, and here we're going to have exactly the same class we have here. I'm just copy and paste this once more, and we need gap here. The gap here is going to be 30px, then width here is going to be 100%. Now let's see what it looks like. This is what I was talking about by setting them side by side, and that looks nice. Next, we're going to target the description container, and for the description container we need display flex. I'll just paste this once more, but we don't need the align items center. What we need here is width, and the width here is going to be 50%. And next we need flex direction, and flex direction here is going to be column. And after that, we're going to set gap to 10px to put some space in between our descriptions, and this is our description right here. They are beginning to look nice. Next, we're going to target the image container. Image container, and for the image container we also need to set width to 50%. And next we're going to set display. Display here is going to be flex. And after that, we're going to set justify content to center and align items to center, so bring our image to the center of the container. The next one is target the user image, and for the user image we need width, which is going to be 500px, and next we need height. Now height is going to be 100%, and after the height we are going to set border radius to 100% to make it round, just like what we have in the demo. If you notice, our image is not yet as round as what we have right here. So to make the image round, we are going to set border radius to 100%, and after that we are going to set object fit to cover. Now let's see what our image looks like. As you can see, our image now looks identical to what we have right here in the demo. Next, we're going to go ahead and style the description text and header text, which are the texts right here. So firstly, for the header text, we just need to type in dot header text, and here in the header text we're going to set font size, so 55px to make it much more bigger. And next we need to set the color to white, and after that we're going to just do the same for our description text. You can just copy this and paste it right here, then change this to description. For description text, the font size is going to be 16px, and text align is going to be start. Now let's see what our text looks like. As you can see, it now looks nice. This is beginning to look beautiful. Next, we're going to style the higher button. If you notice, it doesn't look quite nice yet. Just type in higher button, that is the class, higher btn. And for the higher button, we need to set the width to 130px to reduce it. If you notice, it's quite large. Next, we are going to set border to none, and after that we're going to set padding to 10px, and we need margin top right here. The margin top here is going to be 20px, and we also need border radius to make the button look curvy, and the border radius here is going to be 30px. Next, we need to set the color of the text to white. And after that, we need font size here to increase the text size, and the font size is going to be 15 px. And we need to set font weight to bold to make the text thicker. And we need background. Background here is going to be main color. Then we also need cursor. We're going to set the cursor to pointer. And lastly, we need transition. The transition here is going to be 0.3 seconds is in out. Let's see what our button looks like. As you can see, our button is now looking quite nice, but we still need to add our hover effect right here. So let's go ahead and add our hover effect to the button. So just down here, I'm going to type in dot higher btn and our hover effect right here. We just need to change the background on hover. So we're also going to change this to hover color. Now let's see what it looks like. As you can see, that looks quite nice, and we are completely done with our website. All we have to do now is make it responsive. As you can see, we're done with the website and it's looking beautiful. So let's go ahead and make it responsive. So we need our media queries to make the website responsive. Down here, we're just going to type in at media, and the first media query, let's bring this lower. The first media query is going to be 1380px. So just open this and add max width right in here. Max width is going to be equal to 1380px. This means that any code in here is only going to take place when we collapse our screen down to 1380px. So let's go ahead and add our code. In here, we're going to reduce container. The container here, rather we're going to increase it, not to reduce it. The container padding here is going to be 22px and 60px. Then next, we're going to increase the font size for header text. Let's see, we're supposed to reduce, not increase. So for the header text, we're going to reduce the font size to 40px. And next, we're going to get started with our next media query. You can just copy and paste this. We need about 3 more media queries. So let's just paste the third one. So our second media query is going to be 1280px, and the code in here is going to be another padding. You can just copy this once more and change the padding. So the padding here this time around is going to be 40px. And next, we're going to have our user image right in here. User image here is going to be come width 100%, and max width here is going to be 500px. Then next, let's go ahead and style our next media query. The next media query is 928px. So in here, we're going to set container once more, and the container here is going to become, the container padding here is going to become 22px and 20px. That is for top, bottom, left, and right. This one right here is for the left and right side, while this is for top and bottom. So next, we're going to style the links container, and on this smaller screen, we're going to remove the links container by adding display none. Then after that, we're going to style the toggle btn. On this smaller screen, the toggle button is going to reappear. By adding display none on the links container, you will see that whenever we collapse this smaller screen, they are going to disappear. As you can see, they disappear on the smaller screen. And now we are going to bring back our button by adding display block, and that should make it reappear. That is beautiful. That is just what we want. And next, we're going to style our about. The about is our hero section. If you notice in the demo, whenever we collapse the screen to this width, we get a flex direction that places and stacks them on top of each other. So in order to achieve that, we need to just add in our about class right here and set flex direction to column, and that should do it. As you can see, this is just what we want. Then after that, we're going to style our section 1. Here our section 1 is going to have margin top, and the margin top here is going to be 2 rem. Then next, after that, we're going to have mean height, and the mean height here is going to be 700px. Then after that, we're going to have height, and the height here is going to be 100%. So next, we're going to have our description container class right here. And for the description container, we need to set width to 100%. The next after that, we're going to start our image container. I'm going to have the image container right here. Let's see what our image container looks like. If you notice, it's now spread out because of the description container. It was 50% before, and that is what made it look halved. So once we set it to 100%, it's now spread out just like what we have right here. And in order to make this one spread out like this, we just need to set user image container to 100%. So type in user image container right here. Here we're going to have image container. Once user image container, this is going to be image container, and the width is going to be 100%. Then after that, we're going to style the user image itself. So just down here, we're going to style the user image, and margin top here is going to be 1 rem. Next, we're going to go ahead and style our last media query, which is for the smallest screen right here. And for the smallest screen, we just need to, let's see what we have up here. Okay, we need one more media query, so just copy that and paste it in here. So our smallest media query is going to be 760 px, and in here we're going to have our container. For the container, we just need to reduce the padding for the last time. Actually, I don't think we need to reduce it because we already have 20 px right here. That is what we need. We don't need the container anymore. So here we just need header text, and header text right here. We need font size for the header text. We're going to reduce it to 30 px. And next, we're going to need the user image. The user image here, we're going to set the width to 90%, and that is all we need for the smallest screen. If you notice, it's now identical and it's now looking very nice, unlike when we started at the beginning. If you really enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comment section below. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.